Hey everybody, Mark here. This is going to be a very interesting update because by the time I get around to uploading this video, the second part of the final Eddsworld episode will be released tomorrow. And as some of you may know, Billy and I got to work on it. We also did the flashback sequence for part 1, but I'm not going to go in depth about that here. However, I do plan on making a video on my channel, Super Smash 3DS, explaining how we got involved, and if you want to see that, you can subscribe by clicking the link in the description. But anyway, like I always do once every 3 months, I'm going to give you an update on the progress of the movie and anything related to it. And I'm sure people are going to be quick to ask, is the movie still going to come out after the end part 2 comes out? Yes. Yes it is. I'm confident about that. But I'll talk about confidence a little bit later. First, here's some information about the minisodes. And I just want to say, I'm really surprised how much you guys are enjoying them. Just recently, the Ice Bucket Challenge video broke 200,000 views, which is crazy because none of us have ever had 200,000 of anything before. But now I'm just going off tangent. We've talked about Camp Cowardly a lot in these past few updates, and now it's going to be going through some changes. We said that David Roy was going to be animating it, but that's no longer the case. He informed me that he wasn't feeling motivated enough, and after a while he told me he was ready to go back to work, but by that time I already found 2 people to finish it, so David's going to stick around for a different project. As for Camp Cowardly, I've given it to Anthony and Aniko. Aniko's going to animate the first half, and Anthony's going to animate the second half. Both halves are going to be in one video, they won't be 2 separate videos, so you're going to get a 5-minute animation. Yeah, in our case, that's really long. Anyway, we have plenty of other minisodes in production. We got Mohammed storyboarding Diet Toxins, we have a silent film style minisode being worked on, and I'm currently writing a really big minisode that's like nothing we've ever done before. I won't say anything else about it, but all I can say is that it involves you, the viewer. Oh, and this doesn't have anything to do with the minisodes, but I have a very special animation related to the movie in production. I wrote it, storyboarded it, and it's currently in the animatic stages. I'm really excited about it. I think you're all gonna like it. It's kind of different from it's a different tone from the normal Eddsworld style. It's a bit darker, and it's kind of like a character piece. It centers on General McCoy, and I can't wait to get it done so that you can see it for yourself. Alright, now it's time to talk about the movie. Last time we talked about how we were going to be making changes in terms of casting, and we very vaguely talked about Anthony taking on the role as Ed. This time we're going to talk about another casting change, but we're going to go a little more in-depth about our decisions. After Camp Cowardly comes out, Dan Escudero is no longer going to be voicing Tom. Instead, my writing partner, Taliesin Charles, will be taking on the role. You heard his voice in the last update video we did back in December, so the first thing you'll hear him in is probably Diet Toxins. Now, what exactly happens to Connor and Dan? Well, we're still really close, we still get along, we're all on good terms. We all just agreed that Anthony and Taliesin would be better suited in the roles, given the kind of Eddsworld style we're trying to go for. Also, Connor and Dan are still going to be part of the project, they're just going to be given different roles. As for the movie itself, progress is coming along much smoother now that the last Eddsworld episode is pretty much done. Like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, Billy and I got the opportunity to work on the end, parts 1 and 2. So now that we got that wrapped, progress on the movie definitely looks like it's going to go along much smoother. We got the animatic for the first scene of the movie completely done, and all we need are a few more voices and it'll be ready for animation. The animatic for the second scene is almost done. I just started the animatic for scene 3, and I recorded voices for the scene 4 animatic. At this rate, the movie will hopefully be done in the next year or 2. I'm going to stop giving possible release dates because I never seem to live up to them. So from now on, I won't give a legitimate release date until we're close to finishing the movie, which hopefully won't be too far off now. And that's pretty much it. Normally I like to end these updates with some kind of personal stories, but today I'm going to talk about my history with a little something called self-confidence. You may find it hard to believe, but I never had a lot of confidence in myself. All my life I had so many different talents, drawing, singing, playing piano, etc., but I always felt kind of isolated in some way. When doing school projects or even drawing something for my DeviantArt page, I wasn't always 100% sure that I was going to succeed. But I think that because I've been a fan of Eddsworld for over 8 years, and because I've interacted with so many people who love the show just as much as I do, I think it's helped me muster enough courage to keep going through with this project. I thought about this a lot more after my good friend Megan, who's doing a voice for the movie, emailed me this recording of her singing I Wish There Were Still Dinosaurs.
I wish there were still dinosaurs. I wish I could bro-fist a pterodactyl. I would ride on a T-Rex with all my friends and say, hey, hey. Wish there were still dinosaurs. Yeah, me and a velociraptor. We would crush all our enemies and everything would be okay. If there were dinosaurs today.
Listening to it not only made me realize how good of a singing voice she had, but it made me realize how much I depend on the Eddsworld fanbase. Everyone's given us so much love and support and encouragement, and just seeing how excited people were to see the movie, even Tom and Eddie and Matt, it just gives me a really good feeling of so many people want to see this movie, and I have to get it done. It genuinely makes me feel really good about myself, and it makes me feel a lot more confident about working on this movie. So I guess if there's anyone out there who doesn't have a lot of self-confidence, I guess I would say just try to surround yourself with all the right people. They'll always know just what to say, and if you genuinely care about them, they genuinely care about you. And I think that's all I have for today. Things look like they're going to get much better from here, and I'll be back in about 3 months to inform you on what changes by then. Oh, and also, we recently just broke 10,000 subscribers. That's unbelievable, and I love every single one of you, except for you. You know which one. To celebrate, I did a Q&A video with Billy and Taliesin that you can check by clicking one of the links in the description. Speaking of which, we also did a new Jackass podcast this week. Click the link below and listen to us make fun of Pokemon and stuff if you want. I'm also putting up a very special video later today, so look forward to that too. And I don't really have anything else to say, so I'll see you guys later.